It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. Dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary.
Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. We got more words yet again. This is just what we're doing right now. Pre-G's, before the G's, talking about more words that were added to the Oxford Dictionary in March of 2025. And if I can get to the next section, which is June of 2025, I will. I think I'm going to be posting these twice a week until the G's start. All right, let's talk about these new words. We're starting off strong, horndog. Yeah, horndog. It is a noun. It is slang, frequently mildly disparaging. Not totally disparaging, just a little bit disparaging. Depends on the context, I guess. Depends on how you use it. This is a person, typically a man, characterized as having strong sexual desires, especially of an overtly lecherous nature. It's one thing to have strong sexual desires. It's another thing for them to be lecherous in nature. I mean, lecherous is not great, but I want to know specifically. This definition just says excessive or offensive sexual desire. What else? Inappropriate. Yep, that would be lecherous. Creepy. I was just hearing the Ologies podcast had a whole episode about creepiness, and so that I think lecherous and creepy can kind of be similar. Anyway, yeah, if you don't like it, it's lecherous. Too much sexual desire in an uncomfortable way to the other person, I think. Horndog, yeah. Okay. Next, we have, do we pronounce this huipil? Huipil. This is a noun, and it is a loose-fitting blouse or tunic traditionally worn by women in Mexico and Guatemala, typically having short sleeves or open sides, and richly ... I'm going to guess that the ellipses, the section that is not here, is richly patterned, richly colored, something like that probably. Let's look up a huipil. I also don't know how to pronounce it, but I hope that is close. It's made from rectangular fabric. And then I guess when you put it on, it just sort of fits to your body. Lots of different styles here, definitely. Some of them are like white with a lot of patterns and colors up around the collar. Any different styles. What makes it a huipil? A loose-fitting tunic. That's really what it is, or blouse, worn by indigenous women in Mesoamerica from Mexico to Central America, a symbol of cultural identity. And yeah, cool. I've seen these. I don't think I knew what the word was. I probably heard the word, didn't know what it was, so I will try to remember huipil. And I, of course, don't know it. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Next, we have hutherin, adjective, especially of women. That's our context here. Don't like it. I don't know why it doesn't say disparaging or slang. That seems... well, I'll just read it. It's dirty, slovenly, or untidy in appearance. Also, fat, flabby. This definitely seems like a disparaging word. Why is horndog disparaging typically for a man, but hutherin is not disparaging for a woman? What? I'm not a fan of this word. Dirty, slovenly, fat, untidy? Yeah, if I hear this word, I'm going to say let's not use this word, maybe. Okay. Dictionary, just add the disparaging part in there. That'd be great. Okay, thank you. Next, we have hybridogenesis. Hybrid and genesis. Combining things, the creation of a thing. What is this? It is a noun. It is a form of reproduction found in certain animal species that originated by hybridization between different species or genetic lineages in which only ... Only what? Only what? Let's look this up. Hybridogenesis. We need more information here. A rare form of sexual reproduction where a hybrid offspring of two different species reproduces by eliminating one parental genome and relying on matings with one of the parental species to transmit the second genome. Okay, so two different species are coming together to make a baby. What are we talking about? Like the liger, the lion-tiger combination? Isn't like a mule a combination of like a horse and a donkey or something like that? So I know a lot of those hybrid animals tend to be sterile, but I guess if they're not, depending on the context, then when it mates with the same type of species as one of its parents, not its parent, but that type of species. So the liger, if it mated with a lion, then the offspring, or I guess then that would be hybridogenesis because it's creating a new thing and it's hybrid and it's getting rid of the genes from the one species, but it's keeping the genes from the species that it mated with. I guess the organism's somatic cells contain the complete double genome, but its gametes only contain a single selectively transmitted parental genome. This reproductive strategy, also known as sexual parasitism, also, allows hybrids to avoid the typical sterility associated with interspecies crosses by essentially borrowing the reproductive effort of another species. Okay, so that's hybridogenesis, and now we have probably a related word, hybridogenetic. Hybridogenetic. Adjective. This is designating an organism that reproduces by hybridogenesis of or relating to such an organism. So if it's connected to that organism that is doing the hybridogenesis, then that organism, I guess, would be hybridogenetic. There we go. So that was the adjective, and the hybridogenesis is the noun. Now, we got another hybrid word, hybridoma. Hybridoma. It is a noun, and this is a cell formed by hybridization of a tumor cell with another cell, specifically a cell formed by hybridization of a myeloma cell with an antibody producing ... What's with all the dots? I don't know. Let's see if we can find some more information. So it's a type of cell. It's a hybrid cell created by fusing an antibody-producing B cell with an immortalized myeloma, and in parentheses, cancerous B cell. So it's cells coming together, different types of cells coming together to make a hybridoma, and it seems specifically mostly in the cancer world, it seems like. Hybridoma. Next, we have, this is a fun word, Indietronica. Indietronica. The indie is I-N-D-I-E, like indie music, indie film. It is a noun, and this is a state of popular music incorporating elements of indie rock or pop and electronica, if you couldn't figure that out. Typically having rock or pop rhythms and ... I guess the rest of it is probably going to say, and elements from electronica music like, I don't know, synths and other things that are electronic. What's interesting to me is that it says it's a state of popular music. Can the music be in a state? Is that, or wouldn't it be a type? You know what? I completely read that wrong. Wow, my brain is really fried. I don't know why. It is a style. I completely read style as state, probably because of the... Man, I need to focus more. Come on. It's a style. Of course it's a style. Okay. I don't know what Indietronica music sounds like, but it's probably fun. Next we have I'm going to guess that this is pronounced Jarabe Tapatio. The first letters are capitalized. It's 2 words. Jarabe, Jarabe. Tapatio, Tapatio. Now, I know isn't the Tapatio, is that like a hot sauce or something? But this is different, I think. This is a noun. It is a Mexican folk dance representing courtship, now typically performed by a man and a woman dressed in traditional costume and characterized by a ... I'm going to guess characterized by a sort of a sexy dance if it's representing courtship. It's like a, hey, I'm courting you. Oh, no, I don't want to be courted, but I'm courting you. Oh, okay, fine, let's dance and stuff. It's the Jarabe Tapatio. All right, next is judgy. You can spell the word judge with a Y at the end, or you can take off the E because the word judge has an E. Judgy. Yes, this is definitely a word that I use and hear, and it's much more modern. I guess people back in the day weren't really saying judgy. It's an adjective, and it is inclined to make disapproving moral judgments, especially about other people's lifestyles or behaviors, overly critical and judgmental. That's the rest of it. It's basically simplified, overly critical and judgmental. I try not to be judgy. I'm sure I am to an extent at some points sometimes. But I think that we should all not be so judgy. People gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's not your place to be judging their lifestyle. So just cool it. Cool it with your judginess. That would be a noun. Judgy. Okay, next. We got judgy again. It is a noun, and it is a nickname for a judge. I would love to be in a courtroom, because I'm always in courtrooms, and just hear the lawyer say to the judge, just call him Judgy. Hey, Judgy. I feel like in My Cousin Vinny, he could have said that. He might have said that. If he didn't say that, he would be the most likely person to say that. Hey, Judgy, let's get going on this court case. Judgy? All right. Next, we have jungle primary. It's a jungle primary. I don't follow politics, really, as much as some people, so I've never heard of this. It is a noun, and it is any of several types of primary election in which all candidates appear on the same ballot and run against each other, irrespective of party, ... Party lines, party something, I don't know. Are they not normally like this? Primary election in which all candidates appear on the same ballot and run against each other. How else would you do it? And why is it jungle? Jungle? Is that the word? Am I reading this wrong like I did the word style? Jungle primary. I can't think of what other way. I mean, I guess they were running, and I guess the primaries typically they're split by. That's what it is. They're split by parties. In America, the Democrats are running. If you're a Democrat, you vote on the Democrats, so that there's a winner in the Democrat situation, and then the Republicans are voting, and they pick a Republican, and so the jungle primary is, we don't care about parties. Well, screw your party. We're just all running together, which seems kind of fairer, I guess, because it should be majority. I don't know. So yes, also called nonpartisan primary. Still not really sure why it's called jungle. Maybe this will say. Let's look up. Let's just do a quick little find for the word jungle. Why are we using jungle here? Seems I don't know. Too much to read. Anyway, that's a jungle primary. If you never heard of it, now you have. Next, we have, what would this be? Kababayan? Kababayan, maybe? Kababayan. Noun. It is a fellow Filipino. One's fellow Filipino. Also, a person from the same Philippine region or town as another. So if you are a Filipino and you are from a Philippine region or town or something, and you meet another Filipino, either just a general Filipino or from that same town, you would call them your kababayan. And I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Anybody in the Philippines want to correct my pronunciation? Feel free. I got no problems with that. Kababayan. All right, next we have kaya toast. Kaya toast. Is it like avocado toast, but you put kaya on it? What's kaya? I don't know. Let's read this to find out for real. In Singapore and Malaysia, that's where this kaya toast is. It is a sandwich consisting of 2 slices of toasted bread spread with butter and kaya. Yes, it's a thing. In fact, it's our next word. Kaya. It is a noun. Did I say it is spelled Kaya? Now I did say that now. So, a kaya is a Singaporean, Malaysian, and Indonesian cuisine. Oh, it's a cuisine, not a thing? It's a jam. Oh, I guess that's our context. In that world, in their cuisine world, in their food world. So, this is a jam made from coconut milk, eggs, and sugar, usually flavored with pandan leaf. What does a pandan leaf taste like? Let's just look that up. What does pandan leaf taste like? It tastes like a unique floral vanilla flavor with sweet, grassy, and slightly nutty or coconut-like overtones. And so you put all that stuff together. You put the pandan leaf, usually, eggs, sugar, and milk, coconut milk, and it turns into a jam? Is it like your half-boiled egg where your yolk is kind of jammy? And you've got kaya. And so, reverse back to kaya toast. You got your toasted breads. You put some butter and this kaya jam in there. Slap it together. You got kaya toast. It seems like it's, I don't know. I guess that when I think of jam, I think of something more fruity, and kaya does not seem fruity, but, it's a similar idea, this jammy thing. And, hey, let's have some kaya toast. All right, next we have ketupat. I don't know about my pronunciation. Ketupat. Noun. This is a small rice cake boiled in pouch of woven palm leaves, originating in Indonesia, but also popular in Brunei, Malaysia, and Singapore. The ketupat, a small rice cake. So you take some palm leaves, you weave them into a pouch, a little thing, a little hole, it's like a pocket, and then you put your rice cake in it, and you pop that thing in boiling water, and then you got yourself a ketupat. Is it flavored? Do you flavor it with anything, or is it just the rice? Next we have kumeyay, something like that. Capital K, Umeyaay. I'm going to say kumayai. It's an adjective and a noun, and this is a member of an indigenous people inhabiting a territory to the north of Baja California in Mexico and the south of California in the U.S. So that is a small little area. Let's look up, I guess, got to look up a map of where are the kumayai. Where are the kumayai? I want to see it. I want to see the map. Well, I guess we could just go to the map and look. I want to be a little bit more descriptive if I can. Let's go all the way to California. I guess I could just type it in. Boy, my scrolling is very slow at the moment. Ooh, we went too far. Okay, so Baja California, even though the word California is in it, it's in Mexico. And this is that peninsula that goes, it's on the far northwest corner of Mexico, and it goes down. And so that is Baja California. And then, so the north part of that, but south of actual California, is this region, I guess, where the Kumeyaay live. Now, Tijuana is way up there, right over the border in Mexico. And so I guess maybe are they living in that area? Tijuana, Ensenada, Mexicali, somewhere are all around there, I guess, is where the maybe the Kumeyaay live. All right. Never heard of them. And maybe you hadn't either. Next, we have large language model. Oh, yes, this is definitely, I think, an AI thing. So, this is a software tool capable of corpus-based linguistic analysis and prediction. In later use, especially, an artificial intelligence system that processes ... processes a whole bunch of information. That's really what it is. It's taken all of that information and then it's like, okay, now I'm a computer and I understand everything because I have used your large language model. Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot with all of this AI talk that we've been having recently. But I guess it was slightly different before. It was a software tool capable of corpus-based linguistic analysis and prediction. And then like, hey, let's put all of that stuff into a computer and have it control the world now. Next is, I am not going to pronounce this correctly. Larynct Eith. That is how I want to say it, but that is probably wrong. LarYcht. The second word is AITH. It says it's in Shetland, and I mean, I've heard of Shetland ponies. Let's look up, where is Shetland? It's in the UK somewhere. Yeah, let's look at the Shetland Islands in the UK. But let's be a little bit more specific on where they are. They are north. They are in the north of the UK. Above the UK, all the way up there, are the Shetland Islands. North of Scotland. Not as far as the Faroe Islands. Those are even further north. But yeah, those look a little remote. Oh, I would love to go visit. Oh, it's probably so beautiful there. Let's look up some pictures of the Shetland Islands. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I would like to visit, please, and thank you. Okay, so the Larynct, where did that word go? The Larynct Eith pronunciation. It is a method of acquitting a person standing trial in which two character witnesses attest under oath that the ... Oh, this feels like we need a little bit more information here. Let's see. I hope I wrote that right. All right. No, I don't want latch with. I want Larynct Eith. This Shetland thing, referring to a sworn oath. So it is a sworn oath, particularly a method used to acquit someone in court by having two character witnesses swear to the accused innocence. It was a form of judicial oath where neighbors could attest to a person's good standing and innocence under oath. So they're like, hey, we think this person did a bad thing, or they definitely did do a bad thing, so we need to get a couple of people who know this person well. And, you know, in the Shetland Islands, it looks like it's a relatively small place with not a lot of people, so they probably all kind of know each other overall. And they're like, yeah, this dude is great. He's a great horn dog. Just wanted to bring back a word from before. No, he's fine. Yes, he might have been acting like a horn dog, but he's never acted on anything like that. He's totally fine. He's innocent. He's all good. He helps me rake my leaves and mow my lawn and shovel snow. So yeah, he's a good person. So that this situation, Larynct Eith, is when you're bringing those character witnesses in to say that the person's good and that they should not be punished, I guess. Sure. Why not? All right. Anybody from Shetland listening? Feel free to call me up. Okay. Next, we have laser tag. Laser tag? This is a noun, and it is a war game typically played in a woodland site or indoor arena, in which players try to shoot each other with a type of laser gun that fires ... Well, it fires lasers. Just pew 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 pew. It fires lasers. You are wearing a vest that has a sensor, and when the laser hits the sensor, it goes, "Bam!" You're dead. I remember playing laser tag many, many years ago with my dad. We went to just like one of those big video game places, and they had an indoor arena for a laser tag, and it was very silly and fun. Typically you got a lot of people. You probably got teams. Wasn't there a It's Always Sunny episode with laser tag? I think there was. It's a war game. Let's go play war with lasers. It's just now getting into the dictionary. Laser tag's been around for a long time. All right. I believe this is our last word for this episode. It is late to better. 3 words with hyphens. And if you have been listening to all of these episodes, then you will remember that way back when we had early to better. Let's just remind ourselves of what that said if you can't figure it out. A person who habitually goes to bed early. So, a late to better is a person who habitually stays up late at night before going to bed. I am not a late to better. I am an early to better, but it's all relative. It all depends on what's your definition of early and late. I guess most of us have pretty similar definitions, but for the late to better, that's normal. You're like, I go to bed at 2 a.m. Oh, but today I went to bed at 12 a.m. That was early for me. A late to better. I know people who are late to betters. That's it. Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man or woman miss out on the nightlife. All right, those were all of the words. Hey, let's say some things real quick. Let's say you can rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts and I think Spotify. You can email me at dictionarypod@gmail.com. You can follow me on social media at dictionarypod and at speedjampar. And you can call the Google Voice number and leave a message, and I'll probably put it in an episode if somebody did that, unless you say please don't. 917-727-5757. I think I got that right. It's all in the show notes. There is merch. You can buy merch, various designs and things that I have created. And what else? Patreon, $1 a month will get you early episodes. So if you join now, for very soon, you will be getting the G's before everybody else. And that is really what life is all about. It's getting those G's. Okay, cool. I think that's good for now. Until next time, this is Spencer reading some words that were added to the Oxford Dictionary this year, 2025, and also dispensing information. Goodbye.